this is one of the biggest, or was one of the biggest mysteries of the whole trilogy. So to finally get an official map was, I don't know, I thought I would be just overwhelmed and really excited, but it was a little just kind of anticlimactic for me. I think because the map didn't really look that surprising to me. I mean, it kind of looked like what I had pictured in my head. It looked like a lot of the fan-made maps that are out there. Courtney, what was your initial impression of the map?
My first impression was, thank God there are spaces between the districts, because I've seen many maps and they don't have spaces, and they're not all connected. There's not like, at the fence, there isn't like, oh, the next district starts. There's like space in between there. I am pleased to see that it covers all of North America, naturally, like the book says. I think people forget about Mexico and Canada. But it's kind of, tricksy of them to be like, here's a map. Oh, but you have to unlock them in the game, so they're forcing you to. But, I mean, that's what marketing's all about. So I'm playing the game, so I'm just, I'm not worried because I know I'll know what they are eventually, but they're definitely, like, stringing it out as slow as they can, because I thought when they would release it, it would all be there, but no. So. And
maybe that's why, for me, it was so anticlimactic, because we got, but it wasn't, like, complete.
We knew, like, the capital and District 12, and I was kind of like, oh.
And we had been trying to guess, like, what the unlabeled districts are, but really, I mean, it's hard to guess. Everyone seems to be on the same page as far as District 4 goes. Everyone thinks that District 4 is like, if you look at the map, there's
like
the
bottom one.
Yeah, like in Mexico, basically. And it seems like everyone is assuming that that's District 4. If it's not, I'll be shocked. I don't really know what else.
I mean, I guess it would be any of those other two above it on the left side, whatever has more shoreline. I don't know. It's a good. If it's not there, I'd be kind of surprised. I have to admit.
Crystal, what about you? What was your immediate reaction to the official map? Crystal?
Did we lose Crystal? Is
I
she
don't know.
that
I think
upset? I think she's that upset about the map. She hates it. She just has no words for it.
It looks like, I mean, she's on the switch. We may have lost her. Aldrin.
Sorry,
let's go to you. Oh, she's there. Crystal, can you comment on the map? You want us to come back to you?
No, I can comment. I didn't really understand what the point of all the seals was for, because I thought that meant that was going to do the whole map. But, I mean, when they released it and it only had like three sections, or 4 sections, I was kind of confused what the point of the collection charts are and stuff. So, yeah. Yeah,
it's kind
of disappointing for me.
Yeah, like Courtney said, they kind of tricked us because we were collecting seals for all of the districts, yet only a few are shown on the map. But I understand that it's good marketing, like she said also. Aldrin, let's go to you, because District 2 is one of the districts that is labeled on the map. What was your initial reaction to the map, and do you feel okay with the location of District 2?
For me, I was very happy when I think I was more excited than most of you all were, because my district was actually one of the ones that was revealed. And in terms of the location, I mean, it's right next to the Capitol, which is the only thing that I really knew about District 2 in terms of the location. So that's, like where it is right now, that's fine with me. I mean, I wasn't going to be upset if it was like higher up or to the left or whatever, so that's fine. So initial reaction, I was happy that District 2 was up there. But I was kind of sad because my actual place, Los Angeles, is underwater. So I'm under the water.
Yeah, hopefully your ancestors. Wait, no, your future. Oh my gosh, what's like the reverse? What's like? Huh?
Your descendants.
Your descendants, yes, thank you, will move inland, and not.
Or, and I'm just throwing this out there, and this is highly speculative. I'm not saying this is what happened, but maybe in fact the plot of Waterworld is directly correlated to this one, and Aldrin's relatives have evolved into having gills and can actually swim under and breathe underwater, which should explain this phenomenon. Just saying. Maybe that's how District 13 got worded.
Hey, Savanna. I have an interesting observation, because, we were talking about how that bottom one seems to be 4. You can see the border of it doesn't quite make it, the left border of it doesn't quite make it to the shoreline.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering if it's one of those other ones towards the top.
I don't know. That's a really good point.
Because they technically have more shoreline. I didn't realize that the border doesn't come up to there. There's where one of the gaps are.
That's a very good observation. Oh my gosh. I just don't know what else. I mean, the shoreline is in the Gulf, and there is a fishing industry there. I don't freaking know. Okay, moving along. Jessica, what was your first sort of reaction to this official map?
Well, first off, I was very sad because I still don't know what district I'm technically in, so that was actually my first reaction. Just north of District 12, wherever that's going to end up being. I'm glad that there are gaps for it, like someone said, in between the districts, because outside there has to be something in between them to keep them separated. And I want to know if there's space on the map for where District 13 will end up being.
Yeah, I think there are, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, wait. I think there's only 12 districts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. No, there's 13.
Oh, okay, good.
It looks like there will be, it looks like District 13 will eventually get labeled. Maybe that will, I think everyone knows that's in the upper right-hand corner. I mean, I think we are all assuming that, right?
I just hadn't sat down to count them.
Adam, what did you have any thoughts on the map? I mean, does it look like the image of Panem that you had in your head?
Well, here's what I will say, and I think we've seen this posted in a lot of places. People have talked about how it's not an exact replica of the modern-day United States and North America, which I think is partly intentional, but I think there's also a cartoonish aspect to it, in my opinion, that is almost, it's not even about necessarily that global warming or other things have evaded the coast, although I think we're supposed to assume that's definitely happens here. It's also a question of, I think, ways for it to not be completely precise. And I think they wanted there to be a little bit of leeway so fans could interpret how they want to, what state or what part of the globe it might actually be in. And I think that's kind of brilliant on their part, because you can really go a lot of different ways from looking at this, and a lot of states could fit into 2 or 3 districts when you sit down with a map that's not really quite drawn to scale, yet still very much accomplishes its purpose. So I'd be curious to see if they reveal specific locations for things, and I don't think they ever will. So I think it'll be up to you to decide in many cases, especially people in the middle of the country. If you live in Nebraska and places like that, you might get to pick 1 of 2 or even 3 districts for yourself if you really want to.
Before we go to Sam, I just sort of piggybacking on what you just said, the first thing that I did when the map was released was take a screenshot, and then I got a map of North America and I laid it on top of the map of Panem and made it partially transparent, and it didn't line up exactly. Like you can see on the map of Panem, I'm calling it the ghost of Florida. Like, I don't know what else to call it, but where Florida used to be, and I used Florida to line up the map of North America and this official map of Panem, and things just didn't line up exactly. It was a little weird. I recommend everyone try doing that just to see what it looks like. I can tweet the picture out later, but based on that, what I did, the capital is in Colorado, which I think people have been fans have been assuming that for a long time now. District 2 is in Colorado and New Mexico. It kind of is in both. District 11 appears to be in Louisiana, Alabama, and Mississippi. Like, it kind of stretches out across all 4 of those states. And District 12 seems to be in the Tennessee, Kentucky, and West Virginia area, which makes sense. So even though it didn't line up right, I the results seem to make sense. Sam, were you surprised by the official map at all? Did it look like the Panem that you had always envisioned?
Yes and no. I mean, I'm kind of like everyone else, but I was a little underwhelmed by what they gave us. It really, at first glance, didn't look much like anything new from all the fan-made maps that we've seen over that year and a half. I mean, there's so many great maps out there that this, without telling us where all the dishes were just kind of like, okay, yeah, whatever, But it's cool to have something official, but I was expecting a little bit more at first. But like everyone else has been saying, they've got so many more months until Catching Fire. They've got to extend this and keep people's interest somehow. So